The Big Show with Night and Day. Get a hell of a caffeine fix from your local Night and Day.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon, the 22nd of April, 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Mogi, you stallion, how was your weekend?
Yeah, it was pretty grouse, to be honest with you, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I didn't get up too much, man, but yeah, just great to be alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally I do, man.
Yeah.
Just grateful to be alive. Keezy, you look like you had a bit of a rough one, mate. What's going on?
G'day, fellas. Feeling good, actually. I've had a great one.
Have you?
Okay.
It was a bit of a rough one, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
but I'm on
yeah.
the back foot. Back on the front foot now, though, so it should be sweet until 7.
Yeah,
and then
good
I'll
on
be
you,
massively
mate.
downhill again.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, then you got your gaming podcast after that, so something to look forward to.
Hey, thanks for plugging that at the top of the show, mate. Appreciate it. By the way, just quickly, if you head to...
excuse me, fellas.
Oh, yeah, what'd you get up to on
G'day,
the weekend,
Jase.
man?
Oh,
Yeah,
no, not much. Pretty quiet.
yeah, good on you, mate.
So good. By the way, fellas, if you head along to the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram page right now,
Okay.
you will see a fresh video of we three test driving the brand new Mitsubishi Triton, a.k.a. the King of the Beasts.
Hoity J behind the wheel.
It was
Yeah.
a beast, all right, man. It was a lot of fun. Go and check that video out for sure. Now, listen, really...
Hang on,
Yes.
just quickly. If you go and watch the video first of all and then text Triton to 3483, you'll actually go on the draw to experience an epic off-road adventure in the very same Mitsubishi Triton we were in. It was a hell of a time.
I don't know if they want to go in the same one we were in.
It was an absolute beast.
Yeah.
And a real pleasure to drive, I tell you that much. Now, listen, a big show
Hang on,
ahead.
one more thing.
Oh,
Nah, just joking. Go ahead. Got him.
We'll be touching on a lot of stuff over the show, but of course the Warriors. Massive victory. We should cane the Dragons, say the boy. We don't give them a hiding. It's going to be a debacle. We'll be speaking to Charlie Gubb. Also, your chance to win some cash. And Keyzie had an amazing weekend with his mother-in-law. All that coming up. Here's a bit of Guns Roses.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Guns Roses here on the
Day.
radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Hope you're getting through your Monday okay. But we're going to start the show today with a bit of controversy, fellas.
Well, I don't like to start a Monday off with breaking news, as a rule.
This is breaking news.
But today I will. I've read a very disturbing article online today. That's where I get my news. And it's about a comedian, somebody who's very dear to our hearts. Arj Barker, the Flight of the Conchords star. You remember him? He played the pawn shop owner.
Yes, I do.
Dave.
Canadian
Yep.
fella?
He might be Canadian, yeah.
Yes, he is
But he
Canadian.
certainly lives in America. But very popular comedian. He's got a 2-week run over at I think it seats 700 people over at Melbourne International Film Festival. He's hit the headlines because
Comedy
he's
festival?
the festival there, the comedy festival. Sorry, and he's kicked a mother and her 7-month-old baby out of his show on Saturday night. Apparently she comes in with the baby, sits down about 4 rows from the front. The baby, as babies do, making baby noises. He makes a couple of jokes about it, and then after about 4 or 5 minutes he decides he's had enough and politely asks her to beat it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And she does, and a few people leave in solidarity with her. But later, Barker has been forced to defend himself on ABC radio, saying that he said the show is strictly for ages 15 plus,
Yes.
and so that's his sort of defence. But I mean, you did comedy, obviously not to a high standard, but you did it.
Yeah.
And did you have any experiences like that where?
Well, I suppose
Well,
you've got to
actually-
have fans first to be able to kick people
Yeah,
out, I guess.
well, that's the first thing, Keyzie. You got to actually have an audience to actually kick out.
Yeah.
But yes, no, when I was doing Sugar and Spice and even when I was doing my own stand-up comedy, no, I never kicked anyone out of my shows. But, if some people gave me jip or there was something that went on during the show, I sorted them out in the alleyway after the show.
Oh, yeah, like...
Yeah. No, not like that, Mogi. I would deduce them.
Great.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
right.
And so I actually got a bit of a reputation as a hitman. So
Because you're always hitting on them.
people would never ever give me jip during a show because they
Jip.
realise that I would, sort them out afterwards.
What would you do in a situation like this, Keyzie? You think he's within his rights?
Well, the issue I have is Arj Barker has a bit of a history with Hodaki.
He does.
Famously the worst interview Matt and Jerry have ever had.
That's right. He's a real grumpy SOB.
Grumpy prick the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's got that going for him, but what do you
Yeah.
think about on the negative side?
To be honest, I kind of am. If it wasn't Arj Barker, and you have to be there, I want to know how loud and annoying was the baby at this R15 gig with 700 people who had paid for Arj in his prime.
Well, another thing that's been said in this article is, what was she meant to do? The baby depends on her for life. It needs to eat, needs to
of
drink
course
the
it does.
milk.
Yeah.
My thing would be, why are you taking it? Why are you there at all? You cannot go to a gig with a baby that is going to be crying.
Yeah.
You're sitting 4 rows from the front.
Yes.
Everybody else has paid their money to go along, but you think it's okay for you to distract the entire show and then kick up a fuss when you get thrown out. You don't. Unfortunately, you don't get to do all the things that you wanted to do when you've got a baby. Now, it could also be the father that took the baby along. I'm not blaming the mother,
Sure.
but in this case, it was the mother. What are you thinking? What's going through your head?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. If it's getting to the point where it's really disrupting the show and throwing people off, it's like going to the movies and someone sitting next to you and having a really loud lolly, bag, and they're
Yes.
constantly going crackling through their bag. Does my head in.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
I go, fair enough.
I
Fair
would have
enough.
thrown the mother out because she was the one showing poor judgment, but the baby could stay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Well,
What do you
here's the
think?
thing.
What do you think, New Zealand?
Yes.
3483. Let us know your opinion. You can also send us a talkback on the iHeartRadio app. Everyone that contributes in the draw for a $50 night-and-day voucher. Would you have kicked them out?
Great question, Keyzie. Here's the White Stripes.
Thanks, Jase.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Red Hot Chili Peppers there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now, the old rugby league fellas, Warriors v the Dragons. We've got the legend Charlie Gubb on the line with us. Charlie, you mad bastard. What the hell was that?
Fellas, that was a tough one, eh? I feel like we played our worst game and Dragons played their best game.
Yeah, completely agree. The Dragons, obviously the focus is going to be on the Warriors because they did play bad, but the Dragons, they ran hard. Their completion rate was incredible. They played one hell of a game.
Defence.
And the belief just kept on going, and the defence as well. Unbelievable.
Yeah, for sure. Warriors came out hard, we had them on the back foot big time in the first 10 minutes, and probably around that 15-minute mark, they wrestled it back, and Warriors just had no answer. Every time we'd kick it down there and tackle them in their own end, would give away a penalty, and then they would just run it down, and they pretty much used our game plan against us. They were just putting us under pressure, and we had so many uncharacteristic errors. I felt like Sean was playing short too much. He should have been playing out the back, and just lots of different things didn't go our way, but we just kept making the same mistakes.
Yeah, Charlie, I think I know the answer to this, but how do you, as a team, you come back and, when you've got Tohu Harris throwing a short ball to Adden and the ball goes to ground, that's very uncharacteristic of the Warriors. All last year, that was like a clockwork move for us. How do you polish up those basic things like catching the ball? Is it a matter of just drilling it day in, day out at training, or what do you do?
I don't think it's like it's those ones that are hurting us. It was when we kick it down there, we're normally kicking it down, pinning them in their end. Rocco Berry's chasing them down, tackling them 10 metres off the line, which we were doing at stages, but then we'd give away a penalty 2 tackles later. So then we're putting ourselves under pressure. Adam's super tired. He had 24 carries. He's playing 80 minutes.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So it's those compounding errors that just snowball, and then everyone ends up having a shit game because they don't get to attack the way they want to attack because they're doing way too much defense.
On that note, man, what do you reckon the thinking was behind the bench? That bench was an absolute shambles. Would have expected, is it Zion, the young prop there? Would have expected him to find his way onto the bench, but no such luck. And we were short, man. I think Pompey ended up playing for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that last week we're light on fronties. I said we'll be all right, but we definitely weren't. I don't know, because Zion's still so young. Like, he could have played, but then you have to think who's going to be his front row partner out there. Is he on a hiding to nothing? Like, you still have to protect these kids coming through. You know, if he goes in and gets slaughtered by the Dragons, it's not very good in the long run for his development.
Yeah, right. So, and then how important is that first game, Charlie? Your first game. Do you remember? Did you get a hiding to nothing, or did you go all right?
No, I put a bit of shit in. I was all right in my first game. We played the Bunnies over there, and I remember Sam Burgess just missed me a couple of times. So,
right.
And
you were 33 when you made your debut, eh?
yeah, it was.
And all in all, man, it was, one of those ones where you just want the Porter King. It's a classic case for the Porter King. You just flush it and move on, because across the board, man, we were not good. You saw Sean Johnson blowing up at his teammates. I don't know if he's the sort of guy that's generally in a hooer of a mood, but that's not a good sign when you start squawking at each other, is it?
Nah, but I guess they just expect more from each other, and those ones after the game, you can kind of, have a friggin' 7% Cody's and just hug it out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I was going to say, Charlie,
go on, Hoyty.
That old Keyzie was commentating the game. It's not a case of the Keyzie commentator's curse, is it?
Yeah, it might be. Keyzie's got he's got a lot on his plate at the moment. Obviously, got caught pleasuring himself last week in the commentator's box. So
that's right. Yeah.
Where's this yarn come from?
Yeah, no. Well, we didn't talk about that on air, but that's right. When Keyzie's Sean Johnson's attempted drop goal for 2 points got charged down, Keyzie's excitement.
That's right. Oh, did people see that, did they? Charlie, quick question, mate, before we get to the Porter King player of the game. Should I be worried about the game against the Titans this Thursday?
No, you shouldn't. Anzac Day, I know that you'll be wearing your camouflage cargo pants, so you shouldn't be too worried, buddy.
All right.
And one more question. Have we got anything what's more to worry about out of that game, our attack or our defence?
Nah, nothing. Attack. Hopefully the game plan works, We just kept doing the same thing. It wasn't working.
Yeah.
They were playing out the back, and Chance was cutting back in maybe to catch those markers, but they were just shutting them down, but we just kept running that same play.
Yeah,
I
right.
think I'll have a few more ideas this week. We're just off. The boys were off.
We'll be right.
They were off. Charlie, are you keen to offer up your Porter King player of the week?
I am. Player-wise, Adam Fennell-Blake, but I got to give it to Webby for getting Fisher Harris.
Oh, yeah.
How good.
Andrew Webster, the Porter King player of the week. Bloody good.
I mean, Keyzie's Yummy Boy of the Week.
Oh, I keep forgetting about that.
Keyzie's Yummy Boy of the Week.
Did you just...
No, I didn't swear.
Yummy.
I said, oh, far. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, far. Keep.
Yeah.
The far and the keep. It sounded like a swear word.
Pugs, check that, will you, mate?
Jase just about swore. My Yummy Boy of the Week is James Fisher Harris, because he's coming in next year. It's going to be excellent.
Beast.
Yeah.
What a beast.
So excited. Charlie Gubb, thank you very much, mate. Until next week.
Porter King.
See you, fellas.
Yeah.
See you, mate.
Big shout out to Porter King in Welly there. If you need a Portaloo, that's the place to go.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Do what they told you. What they told you. Do what they told you. Do what they told you.
It's time to wage against the machine.
Winning in the game of.
Yes, indeed, our favourite part of the show at the moment, giving away cash. Andy from Wellington, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, bloody good. Cobby, yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What do you do for a crust, Andy?
Professional backbone, mate.
Okay. Yeah, good. Backbone.
Oh, I don't know if backbones taught themselves up as being backbones. I'm a bit concerned about that.
You want to retract the backbone?
No, we'll see. If he comes over, we'll find out how much of a backbone he is.
Yeah, that's true. Now, Andy, do you know how the game goes?
Absolutely. Better explain to me anyway, though.
Yeah, okay. See, here's a backbone. $60 an hour today. Hang in for as many hours as you can before screaming stop very loudly before the machine chews you up, all right?
That's right. If you don't say stop in quick enough time, the machine could kick you out. You could lose all your money. Okay, Andy?
Sounds bloody good, mate.
Okay, Andy, we're locked and loaded. Ready to go, Matt?
Who's Matt?
I said Matt.
Oh, it sounded like Matt to me as well.
Yeah, no, I said
I wondered
ready
if I changed my name to Matt, but then I was thinking, nah.
Yeah.
Don't remember that.
What's that a bit? Anyway, here we go.
Welcome to the machine.
Tune.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours.
Stop.
Oh,
Oh,
240s.
240 bucks.
That's
Bloody
good
good,
eating.
can't complain.
Yeah, can't
240
complain.
bucks. Let's see how far it would have gone there, Andy.
5 hours. 6 hours. 7 hours.
So you kind of split it down the middle a little bit
pretty
there,
good.
Andy. It's pretty good. 240, good dollar per cash.
Yeah, can't complain at all, mate.
Yeah,
Oh,
bloody
yeah,
good,
yeah.
Andy. Make sure you share some of that with Matt, all right?
Yeah.
No,
cheers.
I
Yeah,
didn't say Matt, you massive manus. I was going
We're
Matt.
going to play that one
Okay,
back.
Matt.
You
dude.
massive manus. Anyway,
Yeah.
Andy walks away with a massive dollar per cash. Thanks to our mates at Super Liquor. Cheers to that, fellas.
Yeah, enjoy that money, Andy. I'm going to pass you over to old Puxon
Jase.
in Studio B. What?
Tune, by the way.
This tune.
Youngblood.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, you massive backbones. Now, with the New Zealand Comedy Festival coming up very shortly indeed, we've got a very exciting announcement. The All-Star Comedy Show, fellas, featuring the Big Show.
That's right. It is the classic Comedy Fest All Stars show, which is going to be a regular repeating show throughout the festival. However,
Yeah.
on Wednesday, the 8th of May, that one particular show, the Big Show, myself, Mogi, and old Hoity J are doing 5 minutes of stand up each.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to come along and watch all three of us just dominate, then book the Classic Comedy Fest All Stars show and select Wednesday, the 8th of May. It's hosted by Brendan Lovegrove and features a selection of legendary comedians.
I tell you what, the rest of the comedians on the bill, Mogi, will be freaking out, mate.
Did you just say
Knowing that
chameleons?
comedians on the bill will be freaking out,
Yes.
knowing that we're on the bill.
Well, I guess we need to sort of work out amongst ourselves what order we're going to go in.
Sure.
Actually, that's a really good point.
Yeah. You want to start off with some pun-based stuff, Keyzie, or you can be the closer on the night, actually. You can be the one that everyone's looking forward to.
I reckon I'll come out and warm everyone up, get everyone all nice. And like, for example, I've got a joke I was thinking about using. Can I tell you it?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, hit us.
Oh, so g'day everyone. The other day I went to a store and I bought the world's worst thesaurus. Not only was it terrible, it was also terrible. So I'll warm them up with that sort of stuff, and then you guys come on.
yeah.
That's good.
no.
You go out there and you confuse them a bit.
Yeah,
sort of like,
totally.
where am I? What's going on? I thought this
Yeah.
was a comedy show, so
I'll be
then
like,
we'll
"Oh,
come out. Yeah,
you with
yeah.
the baby, get out.
Because I think if you've got your burnt meat patty nipples out and your little button mushroom, that'll work quite well.
Are they little burnt meat patty nips? Because I thought they were massive. We need to get our story straight here.
Yeah,
I also
they're
thought
very
you
big.
had them.
The UFO saucers.
Yeah. What are you doing, Jase? What's your idea for the comedy fest?
Yeah.
Well, the issue that I have actually, quite genuinely,
Too
is
much material.
5 minutes is not enough time for me. I'm only just getting started after 5 minutes.
Right.
You know, I'm a storyteller,
Yeah.
and I like to tell a story, and I'll be, a fifth of the way through it, and it'll be my time up.
Yeah.
Why don't you come out with like a big bowl of hot frothy water and then just wash your hat for 5 minutes?
That could work, actually. That's quite good, Keezy. Might use that.
But again, 5 minutes isn't long
Nah,
enough.
it's definitely not enough.
It's going to take longer to get all the crap out of this bastard.
That's right, the Classic Comedy Fest All-Stars Show, Wednesday the 8th of May. Book your tickets for Wednesday the 8th of May and we'll see you there.
Here's Australian Crawl.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Australian Crawl there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Plenty coming up after 5 o'clock, including your chance to get in the draw to Brizzy. For the magic round there, I had some very scary and spooky stuff happen to me over the weekend regarding my cars.
Yeah, and also myself and Pug's son over the weekend made a pretty alarming discovery, a song that is in the charts in the USA. And I'm going to play a snippet for you guys.
Okay, I'm excited about that.
It's
really
mind-blowing.
excited.
It is
Okay,
mind-blowing.
wow.
So stay tuned.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Now,
Easy,
Keyzie,
man.
you rooted that
You
one,
jumped
man.
in again.
I wrote it. Sorry, can we redo it?
Nah,
Yeah.
you buggered it.
Well, no, I want to do it again, please. I'm not.
You sort of dropped your guts on that one at the end.
Yeah, I did. I was getting a bit croaky on it. There's a Nicorette kicking in. But I do hope your Monday's going along very nicely. Coming up, Keyzie thinks he's discovered some controversy on the American music charts, Mogi.
It is a wee bit controversial, but it's also quite specific to the show.
Okay.
Let's just say it's something that Pug's son and I found and heard and were like,
holy hell,
mind blown.
Wow.
It's a song that's in the charts.
Holy
okay. Also, I had something spooky happen to me over the weekend regarding the cars.
The cars.
And also your chance to get in the draw for the Magic Round in Brizzy.
That's
about
right.
5:30.
That's joining all four of us over in Brisbane for Magic Round, which is completely sold out. This is the final week of being able to get yourself in the draw.
Yeah.
So make sure you call 0800 Hodaki when you hear that cue to call. All right there, fellas?
Yeah, mate. In the meantime, here's the Arctic Monkeys.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Jimi Hendrix there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now, we've got Pugsan from Studio B in the main studio with us today. Now, before we get into what you want to get into here, Pugsan, is it true, the rumours that I'm hearing, that you two are going to be doing a stand-up comedy routine for the All Stars comedy show with the Big Show team?
Look, as much as it would be an honour, Jase, I think I'll leave that to the professionals, the consummate professionals that you folks are.
Because I've got some ideas that I think will work really well for you.
Like what?
We'll talk about them off here.
Okay, sure, yeah.
All right. Now, the reason we've got Pugsan in is because he and I discovered something on Friday night after you guys left.
Love for each other?
We were waiting
out in the office.
We were out in the office waiting around for the Warriors game. And,
One thing led to another.
And Pugs had a playlist running on his phone.
Of romantic songs?
And a song played on the playlist, which I think has a lot of relevance for the Big Show.
Okay.
Yeah, so quite often on Spotify you'll get these Discover playlists that kind of set up an artist radio for you of whatever your taste is, an algorithm or what it thinks you want to listen to.
Sure.
And it's by these people called the Zach Combs Band.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Some US country.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Country boy.
country's
Yeah.
massive at the moment, right?
Yeah.
So the song started playing. We were like,
There's no way.
what the heck is this?
Yeah.
It turns out it's a song in the charts in America. And I'm going to play a snippet for you. It's quite a long snippet, but get a load of this, fellas.
In a small town where the honeysuckle grows, there's a man named Jason with a honker that shows. He's got a nose that's big, it's a sight to see in the shape of a honker. Just like you told me, just like you told me. Jason walks around with his meat patty nips that burn like the sun, and they're hard to miss. Underneath this weird hoodie hides him well, but when he takes it off, oh what a smell. Jason's honker ain't no regular snout. He wears his weird hoodie and a filthy cap, no doubt. But in this small town, we embrace him all the same. Jason's honker is just part of his thing.
Tune. That is a hell of a tune.
Isn't it crazy? So someone over there in the States has obviously been listening to the Big Show and wrote a song.
That is so
About
good,
Jason's
fellas.
life.
So you can hear why that's charting, right? Why it came up in my Discover playlist.
Yeah.
Do you reckon
that
it's about
is-
you?
Oh, I mean,
Can we talk about where that's come from? Because that is, just for the listeners there, that's the first time Jason and I are hearing that tune.
yes.
And that is an absolute belter. Normally people make those songs and they're rubbish. That is a tune.
That
It
is
is a great tune.
That has just become
being
the
serious.
Big Show's big song, and that is our anthem. That is our theme. when Jase walks out for the big comedy gig, that is what's going to play before he walks out.
so
That is exactly
When we
right,
talk
matey.
about the songs when the Warrior on the Throbble, when the Warriors are going out to play the grand final, that is the song that will be played. If Jase was a wrestler, that would be the song that played before he
Absolutely,
came
lock it
out.
in.
Can we hear it? Can we hear it again?
Sure.
Is that too much to ask?
Nah,
for?
let's play it one more time.
This is
right?
good eating, man.
Here we go.
In a small town where the honeysuckle grows, there's a man named Jason with a honker that shows.
At this point, I was surprised.
Got a nose that's big. It's a sight to see in the shape of a honker. Just like you told me. Just like you told me.
It's quite a nice melody.
It is a lovely
tune.
tune.
Yeah.
Jason walks around
With his dirt many lips.
that burn like the sun and they're hard to miss. Underneath his weird hoodie hides him well. When he takes it off, oh, what a smell.
What a smell.
Jason's honker. And a filthy cap, no doubt. In this small town, we embrace.
What do you think, Jase?
I think it's great. I think it's a great tune. I think it's definitely, we've got to use it more often.
Who wrote it?
Who was the name of the
Oh, look,
artist?
it was what was it? The
Zach Combs band.
Yeah, we're gonna get in touch with them.
Sure.
Yeah, and we'll
yeah.
see. Just
We'll
give
find
us-
It's quite remarkable when you think about it, eh?
yeah. I mean,
Hell of a coincidence.
Yeah, it's incredible.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
here they come. Try time. Holy cow! The Warriors. Oh yeah!
It's the Big Show in Brizzy for the NRL Magic Round.
Is there anyone out there?
Let's go to the phone.
Yes, indeed. Less than a month away, fellas. Good times. Louis, you mad bastard. How's life?
Very well. Thanks, yourself.
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. What did you think of the game in the weekend?
This is a bit tough to watch.
Yeah, it was.
It
wasn't
was.
Louis?
It was hard eating.
It was hard eating.
That's not a thing.
And what did you do? What do you do for a crust, Louis?
Studying at uni.
Oh, backbone.
mate.
Good
Massive
on you,
backbone.
mate.
Future of our country. Now, listen.
Bachelor of backbone.
If you win this, who will you take with you?
I'll probably tell my mate Joey Mack.
Yeah, good on you.
He's
mate.
a sick bastard.
Yeah,
isn't he?
he's
sick bastard.
crazy,
He's a
man.
good dude, man. You stay on the line, and our mate Pugsan in Studio B will look after you. Shane, you mad bastard. How's life? Shane?
Good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. How's Hastings today?
Oh, a bit drizzly, a bit overcast.
Good on you, Shane, mate. Hey, we've got 3 questions for you, Shane. Do you know what they are, man?
Do I want to come?
Yeah. All right. No,
Right, George.
we know that already. The first question is, what did you think of the game over the weekend?
Oh, average to scungy.
Yeah, that's one of them. What do you do for a crust?
I'm a mechanical engineer.
Backbone.
Yeah, massive backbone.
And then who would you bring if you happened to win?
Probably my wife.
Oh, your
good on
wife.
you.
Big fan of your wife.
Yeah, huge fan.
Yeah, no, she says great things.
Good on you,
Yeah.
mate. Will you stay on the line? Shane and Pugsan in Studio B will look after you.
Cheers.
Jason, you mad bastard. How's life?
G'day, fellas. How's things?
Yeah,
good,
not too
mate.
bad, Shane. Good weekend,
Jason.
Shane?
Jason, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Good week. Oh, sorry, I said Shane. Good weekend, Jason?
Yeah, no, as good as gold. Thanks, Woody J.
Hey,
Good
what's
on
your
you, mate.
star sign, Jason? You sicko?
I'm a Taurus,
I
mate.
knew it.
Paul.
Okay. Circumcised or uncircumcised, Jason?
Nah, I've still got my one sock.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
And finally, who would you take with you if you won the prize?
I'd probably have to take my mate Scotty.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
good on Scotty.
Not
Yes.
Mad Snake Scotty.
Yeah, he's a mad dog.
Yeah,
good on
he's-
you,
He's a
Jace.
bit of a handful, actually.
Stay on the line, mate. Pugsan and Studio B will look after you, all right? Should we do one more,
Yeah,
fellas?
let's do it, man. Keith, you got any questions you want to ask, man?
Oh, Clint just dropped off. Jordan, you mad bastard. How's life? Oh, Jordan, turn your phone down. Oh, yeah,
This is why we
radio
get
down.
Pugsan to pre-prepare you, Jace.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, boys?
Here he is.
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. Way you go, Keyzie.
Oh, hey, Jordan. Whereabouts are you calling from, man?
I'm from Christchurch.
Yeah,
backbone.
nice.
Sick.
What do you do? What do you do for a crust there, Jordan?
I'm a cleaner, mate.
Backbone.
Backbone.
Hell yeah.
Should be
And
the top paid job in the world.
it should be. That and
Oh,
teaching.
I'm running things, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, good on you, Jordan. Hey, mate, if you win this comp, who are you going to bring with you?
Oh, probably Boa.
Your wife
yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Good
big
on
fan.
votes for
wives.
All right, well, you're in the draw as well, Jordan.
Yeah, good on you. I just want to make the point, Keyzie, that Pugson actually said everyone's good on the line there apart from the person in yellow.
Oh, right, okay.
All right?
By the way, this is the final week to get yourself in the draw for this competition. It's all thanks to boystrip.co.nz. Friday, it all cuts off after the big show, and we will be calling the winner on Monday.
Oh, my God.
All right, and just a reminder that you are playing to win, thanks to boystrip.co.nz, free flights, accommodation, tickets, insurance, transfers to NRL Magic Round with the big show
That's us.
mid-May. All right, that's us.
Maybe.
Okay.
It's a huge prize, $2,800 if you'd like to buy your way there and not miss out.
Okay.
Beautiful. Here's Fur Patrol.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The Oasis there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time, 5:52.
So, fellas, just want to do a little bit of an update on the issue I've been having with parking around the office that I've got up here in Tamaki Makaurau.
Yes.
I'm running a battle with Auckland Transport. They don't know it yet, but the battle has begun. And we're going to see them in court, which is exciting. Haven't been in court for a few years. I don't know about you, Jase.
Yeah, a little while.
Yep. So what's happened is they've got these car parks outside of my office within about 30 metres of each other. They're all laid out exactly the same. And they should be, really, I think what they should be is parallel parks. Is sort of how much room there is. But some of the parks have got lines painted on them, so you know that it's a parallel park.
Yes.
But then there's some other ones around the corner which have got a similar layout, but they don't have the lines painted. So you assume that you can park nose first. So I've been parking nose first for a couple of years, and I've been getting, must be 1,000.
Wow.
1,000 fines by now. It must be, at least.
Yes.
And I challenged one. I finally decided, look, I'm going to challenge it because I don't know why I'm getting this fine. So they told me it was because I was obstructing the road. So they provided me with the photos, and I'm not obstructing the road in any way, shape or form. So I go into the court for that. And then I just got... Yesterday, must have been Friday, I got another ticket, and I've challenged this one as well. And this one says it's because I'm parking in a way that contravenes the bylaw, which I'm taking to mean I'm not allowed to park nose first like I have been. I've been parallel parking like I should have been parallel parking like they want me to, but they don't have paint on the road, so I don't know that that's how they want me to park. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So what's happening is they're just gathering revenue. It's a classic trap that councils lay, and rather than just doing a simple thing like painting a line, they'll just drive around every single day just gathering as much revenue as they possibly can. In other words, screwing over the fine citizens of this country. And I've just said enough is enough. And so the big show is going to be taking them to court, aren't we?
Yeah, bloody oath we are.
as
And
well.
just on that, with all the fines they're gouging out of the public there, you'd think they could afford some paint, Mogi.
A single one line of paint, about 2.5 metres, is all it would take. Now, they know damn well that they're gouging. They know that they're just getting every single day, they're smashing people for this. And I've sent them the email and got the message back, nah. What was really good about it was getting the letter back in the mail, and it said, we've taken into consideration the points that you've made around your fine, and we do not agree, and you have to pay your fine.
Yeah. We've thought about it, but nah.
And I guess what they expect is, I guess what most people do is they just let it go.
Yes.
The big show is not going to let it go.
Oh.
We're going to drag
So
it
is
out
it-
for years.
We've
if
got
we
the
have
bit
to.
between our teeth,
Oh,
mate.
yeah.
Just a
absolutely.
question. Is it the big show? The big show, the three
Well, look,
of us.
here's the thing about it, Keyzie. We might go to jail for this, but we're prepared to do it, man.
We are?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've
absolutely.
got
we
your
are.
back, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing more important to us than the rights of the people. The backbones.
Oh, yeah,
We're doing
yeah.
it for
So,
the
yeah.
backbones. You know what I mean?
It just seems like more of a
So
monkey
if you
issue.
end up doing 9 months
Right.
in prison, or you got to do a year's community service, Keyzie, and we keep on doing the show, then that's
Well,
what
hang on.
that's what it takes.
Well, and the
because
thing
if
is,
we have to tie you to a lamppost there at the car park naked, just so that you can make a political statement, so we can get you on the front page of
Yeah.
the New Zealand Herald, hopefully get you on 7 Sharp with Jeremy Wells, then that's what we're prepared to do.
yeah,
If we have to get your meat patties on
Okay.
display to drag attention.
I think that, just just on the prison front, I'm prepared, as you are, and we'd be fine, Mogi. We've been there, done that. I worry about Keyzie in prison.
Well, I just prefer to be distanced from this.
Especially with that Mo.
If I could, I'd probably just distance myself. But if the whole show's doing it, then sweet as.
Yeah.
Coming up after 6, by the way, there, fellas, we've got to retouch on the old Arj Barker incident, which is him kicking a lady with a crying baby out of the front row of his comedy gig.
Yes.
Because it was crying. Was he in the right, yes or no?
Yeah.
We'll delve into that after 6.
Also, what's for tea, New Zealand? Text us. Oh, no, we're not doing that tonight.
No, we're doing the Arj Barker thing instead.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's a bugger.
Maybe
Okay,
we could
fine.
do both.
Send in what's for tea on 3483 and you might win yourself a $50 night and day voucher.
That's better.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night. And speaking of Roger and the weekend, it was a bit of a brain fart, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure it was, but it was like a small piece of a very large flawed pie.
A large brain fart.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Night and Day, by the way, they've got barista-made coffee just the way you love it. $4.50, by the way, there, fellas.
Do they put the sugars in your coffee,
good
or do you have to
question.
get the sachets?
No, they'll put them in for you,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
like that, especially these days.
Well, I never get sugar, so I don't know.
Oh,
Well, I just don't like
you're
having
sweet
to-
enough, Keyzie?
Yeah.
I don't like having to take the lid off and then pour it in and then
Can I ask you a question,
then put the
Jason?
lid back on and get rid of the rubbish that I've created.
Yeah, Jason, can I ask you a question?
Yes,
man?
Michael.
If you're having a coffee like that made, do you prefer that they pour in the coffee, then put the sugar and then stir it, then add the milk?
Yes.
Same.
Right.
But I don't have sugar or milk.
That's really interesting, Michael. It's
Yeah,
a really
yeah.
interesting
Thanks,
point.
Christopher.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Good stuff.
Hey, have you heard about the Hodaki Big Show's podcast outro?
Boring.
No,
Yeah,
don't.
I don't reckon we tell
No.
people about it, man. It's too lame.
No, it's
I
sick.
feel like guys your age are obsessed with podcasts, and I think you just need to leave it, brother. You know what I mean? Because all the cool kids are just listening to the radio.
Look, guys your age, maybe listening to the wireless, all right? But guys my age,
We're
all
listening
about the
to.
pod.
Hang on a minute. We listen to trannies
All the time.
all day, every day.
I haven't seen a tranny
Well, you
in
should
like
come,
a real life one before.
you should come around to my house, Keyzie.
Like, how old is a transistor radio though? Is that because what is that, like 40s?
50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s,
and today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's a clip of today's podcast outro. It was a jealousy special.
Oh, that's right.
When is it okay to be jealous though? Like, let's just say Mogi walked in and he had like,
And you and Pugs were hammering away, for example.
yeah.
Would I be okay to be jealous?
Yeah.
That's not a good example.
Well, that wasn't going to be my example. Well, how about this one? What about Mogi walks in,
Come
right?
up with a better example than that one
Yeah, that's
that
my
you
bad,
just came up
fellas.
with.
Well, I mean, I'd be jealous.
Yeah, right. See?
It was quite interesting because I left my keys behind last Friday.
And what?
And
Oh, come on, Jase. Finish the
well,
yard,
no,
mate.
I just had to come back to the office, and Mogi had left, and old Pugsan and Keyzie were here, and I just.
A compromising position, would you say?
Well, you know, Mogi, when you turn up and you go into a room and you feel like you're interrupting something.
Yes, I do.
Neither of them had pants on. Let
Oh,
me just
God.
say that.
Yeah.
It's a pants-off party.
It was.
Yeah.
And you were not invited.
And Pugsan was hoeing into the old Pinot Noirs
Oh,
as
hey,
well. So.
coming up next, fellas, Arj Barker. We pick up this topic from earlier in the show, which was him kicking out a mother and crying baby from his
Yeah.
comedy show. Was he in the right? Was he in the wrong?
Yeah, controversy. We'll be into that next, eh?
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Take there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Monday evening. Now, interestingly, we started the show today with a bit of comedy controversy where Arj Barker, the comedian, I think it was in Melbourne, was it?
That's correct.
He had a show and a mother brought her baby to the show and he ended up kicking them out because
That's
it was
right.
interrupting the show.
It was
as far as-
crying.
It was crying.
There was a crowd of 700 people there.
Yes.
The mother entered with her 7-month-old baby. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. And Keyzie, this is the thing, man. Gender doesn't really come into it.
Right.
And it's not fair to really start pointing the finger at sexes when it comes to that, all right? So we'll just
that's my
we'll leave
bad.
that there.
Especially
Okay.
at 7 months.
Yeah.
But she sat down in the 4th row. The baby immediately started making baby noises, which are distracting at the best of times.
Yes.
I think, and then Arj Barker referenced, I said, joke, but then the baby was really going for it, and he said, look, hit the bricks. and take your mother with you. I think.
Oh, he addressed it at the
He
baby.
was talking
Wow.
about the baby. Well, the baby was the one making the noise, so I
Yeah,
don't think it
true.
would be fair to say it to the mother.
But then, obviously, like I think you said, like about 8 other people left in solidarity with the mother.
8 other women did, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like I get it, but in my opinion, and I hate to throw this opinion out, this spicy meatball we're dealing
Spicy
with,
meatball, yeah.
I don't think you should be taking a baby to an R15 comedy gig sitting at the front, a baby that was 7 months old.
Well, I think even if you go on a plane, right, people get a bit pissy with a baby crying on that, and they've got on that note, you've got absolutely no right.
No, that's totally fine
because it's unavoidable. You've got to travel, and that's the thing. If you want to go out as a parent of a newborn child, get a babysitter.
Yes.
Going to somewhere where, and this is a thing as well. Timing is everything, Jase, when it comes to comedy.
It is.
The silences are important, the pauses are important, and if you've got somebody crying over it, or heckling for that matter, but crying and interrupting the train of thought and the way that an audience receives something, I think it's fair enough that the comedian tells you to beat it.
I agree.
I agree. It's like if you're on the radio and you're trying to talk and someone keeps interrupting you.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
On that note, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I had something really good then, Keyzie, but just when you interrupted me, it sort of threw me off.
I was just about to go into an absolute doozy of a one-liner.
Well, there's a whole lot of texts here on 3483. Should we read them?
Yeah.
I would have got the baby on stage to see if it could do a better job. Who wants to make all that noise?
Yeah, true.
So I think that's probably a really
Fair
good
call.
That's a good way to do it. If we ever took a child to a paid event or a show, and this was a paid event, 700 other people had paid to be there, we would always sit near the exit and be prepared to leave if the baby got rowdy.
I'm sure there were some freebies in there.
Yeah. What about this? You shouldn't take a baby to gigs, but since it is there, he's a dick for kicking them out.
Disagree.
I disagree as well.
Strongly disagree. And I think there should be some embarrassment and consideration. It's weird that she didn't feel that. But it's also odd that in the news they're sort of taking this angle like he should be ashamed of himself for kicking out a woman and baby. Because as soon as you put woman and baby in there.
You're done.
Yeah, that's
You're
right.
done,
But really, it should be on her for turning up in the first place. Is that right? I mean, or like I think you can do that thing right you were just saying there, like sit by the door. If the baby's sleeping or whatever, sweet
There's a way
as.
to do both. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
What about this one here from Rory? Baby at a show. I reckon that's a huge overreaction.
Overreaction,
Jase. Mm-hmm. And there is womb for improvement, Jase.
Mm-hmm. That's from Rory.
That's from Rory, Jase.
Good on you, Rory. We're going to write a book about you one day.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Kings of Leon there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. Now, on Monday afternoons, What's on the TV with Mike Minogue is always a doozy because we had a few days to sort of catch up on a bit of TV, so let's get into it. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
If I heard that on the way home, I would love it.
Same, man. That'll be my favourite part of the show without
Especially
question.
if it was every day.
100%. I don't know why we do it. Why do we do it?
I don't know.
It's
Where did
really,
that come
it is
from?
very. But you know what I noticed actually?
Just think about what we're doing there.
I know, but here's the interesting thing, Mogi. The other day when we did a live show at Dominion Road there, and we did that, and the whole audience started doing it as
Right.
well. They all started doing it. So it's a thing. It's a thing.
It's too late now.
So
Yeah.
weird. I watched, and I say watched, I mean I started watching it. And I'm not finished it, but I'm going to. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Wow, the first one.
The first one.
Yes.
I've seen that one more than the other ones. And I think I've seen, so probably 4 or 5 times. But my aim is to watch all 3 of them.
Yes.
Because I've only seen Return of the King once when it came out. Seen maybe, and I don't think I've seen Twin Towers more than once or maybe
Two
twice.
Towers, that's such a good one, yeah.
Twin Towers, yeah.
Yeah, the Twin Towers, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be watching, I think.
All right.
So, but it's 3 hours. But I'm really enjoying it. It's bloody good.
It's really
and
good.
even though it's the most sappy and, you know what I mean? It's just the most,
you just have to
almost,
accept
except for the very end of Return of the King. It's still really, really good. It's a really good bit of filmmaking.
Classic sort of Sunday afternoon material, I would argue.
really
If it's pissing
good.
down outside and you got the heater on and all that jazz. I watched a movie on Netflix that I just scroll past time and time and time again, and it's called Phantom of the Open.
Oh, yes.
And I was about to scroll past it again yesterday, and my wife said to me, isn't that the actor that you
Mark
love?
Rylance.
Rylance. Who is, but I have to say, for me, the greatest actor going around. He is my favourite actor. And it's basically the story of this guy who works, and it's based on a true story, who works in the sort of mines and down at the dock, not at the mines, at the dock.
Yeah.
They're all about to be put off. It's the 1970s. And he's a really big believer in following your dreams. And he's got a pair of twins as sons and another son. And then one day he's about to get fired from his job and he's watching the TV and he watches the British Open at golf. And he goes, I'm going to play the British Open. And he's never played golf in his life. And somehow through a series of events, he buys some golf clubs.
That's a good event to start with.
Yes.
You've got to buy some golf clubs.
But he can never join a course because he doesn't have enough money.
Of course he doesn't.
You've got to know committee members and all that sort of stuff. But through a quirk of admin, he actually gets to play in the British Open.
Is that a spoiler?
The Masters. No, it's not a spoiler.
They wouldn't have made the movie.
And there's parts of it that had me laughing out loud.
Lol.
He is such a good actor, and he inhabits those roles so well. But the crazy thing is, he shoots the worst round in British Open history, 123.
That's a spoiler alert.
123.
Keyzie.
That's a huge spoiler,
That's
yeah.
a massive
Well,
spoiler.
I won't tell you what else happens because he's actually genuinely devastated by it. And
Okay.
his life
Can
falls
I-
to pieces.
can I-
But I'll leave it
Yeah.
there.
That's a spoiler as well.
But that's not the end of the story.
Sure. Okay. I can tell you that I've seen that sitting there as well. And the sole reason that I have not watched that movie, and I bet it's the same reason you've not watched it, is because it's called The Phantom of the Open.
Yes, and it's got
It
a
is
stupid picture on the front.
It's one of the worst names for a film. And
Yeah.
I've heard it's good, and I love that actor as well. And I'm just like, there's no way it can be good. But
Yes.
was it good?
Yeah, it was good, man. I
Great.
enjoyed it. I don't know that you will,
Oh, here we go. Great. I'll watch that.
but there you go. Sorry, Keith, we ran out of time, mate.
I watched the first episode of Fallout, but I guess I'll review that tomorrow.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Bush there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show
Sorry, carry on.
this Monday afternoon. Come on, Keyzie. How old are you, man?
32. Hey, fellas.
Grow up a little
Are
bit,
you?
would you?
I'm 32.
Yeah, wow.
Jeez.
I thought you were
Jeez.
Jase's age.
Yeah, well,
Are you not?
43.
Yeah.
Nah, 32.
Oh,
How old are you?
heck. 47.
Wow.
The old man of the show, old Mogi.
The Komatua. Old Mogi. Hey, by the way, if you want to see Koro Mogi and 32-year-old Keyzie and definitely 43-year-old Jase
Yeah, man.
live and in the flesh, and you're in the Auckland area, come to Andy's Burger Bar at Sky City on Thursday, the 2nd of May. We are doing a special live show from there to celebrate the launch of the 2024 New Zealand International Comedy Festival with Best Foods Mayo.
Yeah, looking forward to that, fellas. Having a
your-
few
what do you-
burgers, too.
Yeah. Are you excited about the comedy festival? Because of course you got the gig coming up too.
Yeah.
You got your material sorted out.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to cut it down from an hour at the moment because
Yeah.
I'm told it needs to be, you know,
5 max.
5 max. And I find it very difficult to do a comedy show in 5 minutes.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, really hard because I'm a
Yeah.
storyteller, Mogi.
As am I.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got a couple of stories up my sleeve there, and I don't think Keezie's going to be happy about either of them.
Yeah.
What?
Well, actually,
They better not be
likewise.
about me.
Likewise, actually.
I'll be
strangely
furious.
enough.
If you guys make up some yarns about me, I'm going to be furious. But that's another story. If you want to come see the big show live, come to Andy's Burger Bar, Sky City, right next to the Sky Tower, 4 p.m. Thursday, the 2nd of May. Knock off work early. Bring your mates. There's Backbone T-shirts, food and beverage vouchers, and Comedy Festival tickets because we're going to have some comedians in to chat on the show.
It'll be an absolute doozy. Love to see you there. Come and see us live in the flesh. Good times.
Bloody exciting.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Monday show done and dusted. Mogi, your plans for the night?
I'll go home. Bloody hell, man. That retaining wall out the back.
That's a bastard, isn't it?
I don't know what's going on.
Has it come down again?
It's come down again.
Jeez, that's like 4 times.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's something wrong out there. I think we're building it on a fault line. Something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to talk to Earthquake New Zealand about it and just see if there's a fault line going through the back. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man, because
Sure.
I know how to do a retaining wall.
Yeah.
Who knows how to do a retaining wall better than me?
Are you sure you don't want to ask like a tradie that has a bit of experience in it.
The thing about it, Keyzie, is tradies know nothing about fault lines.
Right,
You know, so
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
talk to Earthquake New Zealand if it's all the same to you, brother.
Yeah, you need a geologist.
What are you up to, Keyzie?
I'm recording my gaming podcast tonight. What?
Oh, that's cool, man.
Is it?
Yeah, gaming. Love a bit of gaming
Jase?
action. Yeah, what?
I don't care if you don't think it's cool,
I
all
think
right?
it's really cool, man.
Are you not listening to the words that he's saying?
Yeah,
mate?
I'm looking at the grin on his face.
I love gaming, Keyzie, is
Yeah,
all I'm
okay.
saying.
All right.
Good on you, man. Ace. What are you...
What are you doing tonight, Jase?
Well, I'm going to be hanging out waiting for that podcast to come out. And probably doing a bit of gaming myself, Keyzie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Get into a bit of gaming action
Stop
tonight.
saying gaming like that.
Hey, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show this Monday. We'll be back same time, same place. Until tomorrow. See you later.
Bye.